What's up, this is Will.
I'm Seth.
And we're NameSake, and we love Rock Forever magazine.
Hey guys, it's Tori from Rock Forever magazine, and today I'm hanging out with NameSake. How are you guys doing today?
Fantastic.
Having a good time here in Orlando. You got a show tonight?
Sure
Going
do.
good?
I'm feeling fantastic. I'm super excited to play.
Yes. You too?
Yes,
You're
I'm very pumped, very pumped.
Very pumped. All right, now there might be some people out there who don't know you guys yet, which they do now, but what do you think is the number one thing they should know about the band if they don't know you yet?
We're a pop rock band from Atlanta, Georgia, and we're a bunch of fun-loving, crazy, outgoing guys. I mean, it's pretty much all there is to it.
I pretty much agree with that. I mean, you came to the interview with a skateboard in hand, so
Yeah.
I think that pretty much explains it right there. That's pretty awesome.
Pretty much.
And I know this is the basic question, but I actually haven't heard it answered yet. How'd you guys come up with the band name?
It's actually my mom's idea. Like, we had come up with a bunch of like terrible band names before we settled on NameSake, and you know, it was like the biggest thing. My mom came out to me like one night. I was like sitting at the kitchen table, like eating dinner or something. She's like, "You should call yourselves NameSake." I'm just like, and she was like, "Cause like we're all juniors of our fathers. Like I'm Will Jr., Brad Jr., Kevin Jr., Seth Jr., Troy Jr.,
Nice.
and you know, I just never realized that, and I was like, "No, Mom, that's stupid." And like, you know, we did a photo shoot the next day and kicked the name around. The photographer was like, "That's a crazy good idea," and I'm just like, "Okay, we're NameSake," and that's literally how it happened.
So how proud is your mom now?
Oh, takes credit at every interview. I'm just like, I'll give you a shout out. I'll give her a shout out. She knows.
I bet she says to all her friends, "Hey, did you know I came up with the band NameSake? Their name, it's all my fault."
It's her claim to fame.
Claim to fame right there. Nice. And now your album, Borders and Fences, is out right now. And I know the album artwork kind of has to do with the title, but it is a little bit out there. So how did you guys come up with that exact concept for the artwork?
Well, pretty much I had worked with a company called Indie Rock Media on wanting to portray, you know, solid ground versus going into the unknown. And that's pretty much what Borders and Fences portrays, is leaving what's comfortable behind and crossing that fence and going into the unknown and exploring and figuring out life. I mean, it's a journey. That's what it's all about, you know.
And I know there's a song on the album called Borders and Fences.
Yep.
Is there any specific reason you chose that title over a different one, or were there any others in mind?
It just like spoke to us, like, you know, like it circumferenced like what we were trying to say and what we were trying to get across at the time. So, you know, like we were all going through a lot of stuff, and you know, that track, you know, in particular, and just the name and the reference was exactly what we wanted to put out there. So.
And I know this is a labor of love. It took you about 6 months to work on this album, right? That's what I learned doing my research. Yes, now you know. But your original concepts for the album, did it change or evolve throughout those whole 6 months from what it is now?
It really didn't. Like, you know, we went in with the mindset. We were working with James Paul Wisner, gold record producer. He's amazing. Like, we had just a great chemistry, and, you know, the ideas were just kind of like flowing like a waterfall. And, you know, I got to throw in that little like analogy, like a waterfall. Like a waterfall. And
very descriptive.
it was just really easy to, yeah, you know, it was just really easy. It came very naturally. We weren't forcing anything. Like, it just kind of came to us. And, you know, that, you know, I think for a record, that's the best way to go about it, you know.
And how was the process for you as well? Did you guys both enjoy the process of working on it? You?
Well,
Gotta get you involved over here.
I actually joined the band later. That's a funny story.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's a funny story.
Well then.
Originally I was supposed to join the band during the record process.
Okay.
But a couple members, Will and someone else in the band, didn't really feel my vibe, I guess.
Oh
so
man.
Hey,
well,
man.
now
I
they
ended up getting
did.
invited to, like, I don't know, a year and a half, 2 years later, invited back down, and so.
Yeah.
But hey, you made it in time for this interview.
I keep quiet on all these parts. I'm
Yeah.
just like,
He's like, oh, the
"Leave it to
record.
Will."
Oh yeah, about that.
About the record.
Well, you can mention your favorite song on the album. Do you each have a favorite song, and why is it your favorite?
My favorite songs are probably our current single right now, The Movement. I love that song. And another song, which I believe we're playing tonight, Here I Am,
Yeah.
is,
maybe.
yeah, that's,
I forget.
it's up to him if we
Do you
play
come
that.
up with your set list each night as you go, or is it just...
Well, usually when we start a new tour, like, we just pick a whole new set.
Oh,
Because
okay.
we don't want people that have come out on a different tour and seeing us again to see the same show. Because that's not fun.
True.
So we tend to mess around with the set and change out songs and write new intros and transitions and stuff and make it exciting for the fans and stuff.
Right, and now your favorite song from the album?
I would go with Saturday. I mean, that's just like a really fun. I just love that song, like the no part. It's just fun. Like, it's
Yeah.
easy to sing along to. You don't have to know the song, And it's just good vibes.
Good vibes all over here. And also, you have a music video out right now for Worlds Away. And that was your first music video you guys filmed as a band, right?
Yep.
Yes, got my facts straight. How was that process for you guys filming the music video? What was it like behind the scenes?
It was just pretty crazy. The whole thing was done on a green screen. And we were just kind of rocking out to nothing. And it was kind of weird. It was kind of weird, but I'd known the director for 3 years prior. We'd talked about doing a work together, and he's just a really cool guy, really easy to get along with, and just another one of those good chemistry things where it just kind of pieced itself together. We spent 12 hours that day working on it, 12 hours of straight shooting under hot lights and stuff. So really draining, really exhausting process, but it was super cool. We're pretty stoked on the video. It's really visually appealing. I think it grabs the attention pretty well with kind of having a mysterious vibe as well, but it's cool,
Yeah, and since it is in outer space, it must have been interesting for you to use your imagination while you're in front of a green screen. I'm supposed to be in outer space right now, but I'm not.
Planet there, it's crazy.
And since that video did take place on outer space, if you guys could play a show anywhere, where would it be?
Are we supposed to answer with outer space on this one? Because
well, I'm just saying that was a very creative place for you guys to be playing, jamming out. It was interesting.
I mean, that would be crazy. That would be crazy.
Play on Mars or something.
We can only play on the first 4 planets. I think the other 4 are gas, right? You can't even stand on them.
We could work something out.
Yeah, we'll just put a platform there. Put a platform on Jupiter. It'll be cool.
Put a green screen there, make it look like Earth while...
Get Scott Hansen out again and do something cool.
What about somewhere in the world? Are there any countries you want to visit on tour or anything like that?
I would love to go to Italy.
Hey.
I want to visit Rome so bad. That would just be
awesome.
I bet the food there is killer. You probably gain 20 pounds coming
back.
back.
My dad actually told me that, overseas, their food, when we eat pizza, it's awesome. But then when you go over there, it's really bland.
Really?
Really?
I don't know. That's what he told me. That's coming
isn't
from my
pizza
dad,
Italian food? Shouldn't they have the best pizza?
Yeah, that's what I was
think
saying.
so.
But he said everything there is their spices are just bland compared to over
I guess
here.
Domino's is the way to go when you're in Italy.
Do they have Pizza Hut in Italy? That's what I would love to know. Or Domino's, something like that.
I would imagine not. I don't know. I don't think so. I'm gonna Google that later.
Everywhere. They serve beer in McDonald's in different countries. Yes.
Wow, that's weird.
The things you learn during an interview. And what about you? Where do you want to visit on tour? Anywhere different?
I want to go to Asia or something. Something really culturally really different.
Japan would be.
Yeah, Japan, Tokyo. I mean, any of that would be crazy. I don't know.
You never know.
It's just so different over there.
Yeah, very true. One thing they might not know about you yet. Do you have any hidden talents or anything like that you'd like to share?
I don't know. I'm a huge video game nerd.
Really?
Yeah, all I do is game out when I'm on the bus, just chilling.
It's a good way to spend your time.
Yeah, it's got to spend it productively somehow. So just level up in video games.
And your favorite game would be?
I'm really big into World of Warcraft right now. Kevin, our drummer, kind of got me into it.
Yes.
Started playing that. Big fan of Pokemon, Zelda, all that stuff.
The classics?
Yeah, the classics. I never grew up, so.
I play a lot of video games. I played soccer growing up, my whole life, so it's kind of sucks being on the road because I don't get to play that ever. But
he gets a skateboard. Why can't you play soccer, right?
We longboard. I have a longboard as well, and we longboard as much as we can. So that's kind of our band thing we do. We play video games and longboard. So
that sounds like a fun life. I need to join a band right now. Make it happen.
It's not so bad, you just eat a lot of food, you longboard, and you play video games, and you play shows every night.
Yes.
It's not so bad.
And now, what are your plans for after this tour and for 2013? What do you guys have coming up that everyone can look forward to?
It's hard to say right now, but we are currently kind of in the writing process.
Okay.
So we're not quite sure what we're going to be doing after the new year, but it's going to be pretty life-changing whatever we end up doing. I mean, it's either going to be a really big tour or we're going to be working on a new record, so we'll see what happens.
Definitely looking forward to it.
Yep.
And for anybody who doesn't know your social networking, where can they follow you and everything like that?
Pretty much everything NameSake Rock, at NameSake Rock, /NameSake Rock, YouTube, Facebook, all that good stuff.
And you guys have personal Twitters they can follow you at?
Pretty much all of them are our names. I'm Will Crafton. He's
at Seth Van Dusen.
Yeah.
Yes, keeping it simple.
Troy Harmon. Hey Brad Hey. At Kevin Nordest. Yeah. It's pretty easy.
Great.
Brad's the only one that's got a weird one. It's Hey Brad Hey. So, everyone's got their own thing though.
All right. Well, thank you guys so much for hanging out. Everyone watching, make sure you check out NameSake on tour now. Subscribe to our channel for more interviews, and we'll see you next time. Bye.
See you guys.